am attorney Marie-Chris Bathan-Lasco. This is my virtual classroom. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this channel, I shall aim to simplify the law. I will discuss concepts and principles of law in under 10 minutes. Hello again, everyone. Welcome to MBL Classroom. For this video, I want us to talk about removal of directors or trustees. So in the previous videos, we have talked about who may become directors or trustees, who cannot become directors or trustees, and we even talked about how they are elected as directors or trustees. Now, for this video, I want to talk about removing them. How do we remove them? Why do we remove directors or trustees? So, the first question, how do we remove directors or trustees? A director or trustee can be removed by the vote of at least 2/3 of the outstanding capital stock if a stock corporation and at least 2/3 of the members if a non-stock corporation. What does this tell you? This tells you that only stockholders or members can remove directors or trustees. Their fellow directors or their fellow trustees cannot remove another director or trustee. Why is that? Because they are co-equal. Who placed them or who made them as director or trustee? It is your stockholders or members. And so the power to remove them should also lie in your stockholders or your members. Now, what process will you have to follow in removing a director or a trustee? You follow the process or the requisites that are laid out in Section 27 of your revised corporation code. It says there that the removal of a director or a trustee must be done in a regular meeting or in a special meeting called for such purpose. Of course, prior to such meeting, there must be a notice to all the stockholders or to the members, if a non-stock corporation, of the intention to remove a particular director or a particular trustee. Of course, such notice is needed because the stockholders or members must be made aware that that is the purpose of such meeting, that they are to vote on whether to remove that particular director or not, or to remove that particular trustee or not. Now, what are the grounds to remove a director or a trustee? Your Section 27 actually tells you that removal may be with or without cause. This tells you that the director or the trustee are actually at the mercy of your stockholders or members. If they don't like them anymore, for whatever reason, they can actually be removed so long as there is a vote of at least 2/3 of the outstanding capital stock for stock corporations and at least 2/3 of the members if it is a non-stock corporation. Your law does not give out any valid ground to remove a director or a trustee. Again, your Section 27 of your revised corporation code says that the removal may be with or without cause. Again, so long as you get the required vote for removal of a director or a trustee. Of course, that is the general rule. Is there an exception? Yes, there is an exception. What is the exception to this? The exception is if the director has been voted or has been put into such position as a director by cumulative voting, because that means that the director is representing the minority group of stockholders. In that case, if such director is representing the minority, then his removal must be with cause. What is the reason for that? Because if you can just remove him even without cause, then it would be very easy for the majority group in that corporation to remove such director and deprive the minority stockholders of representation. So again, the general rule is removal of a director or a trustee can be done with or without cause. The exception is if the director has been voted by virtue of cumulative voting because he is representing the minority. If so, if he is a director that is being voted on to be removed, then his removal must be with cause. Now, I earlier said that a director or a trustee cannot remove another director or a trustee. The board of directors or the board of trustees cannot remove any of their members. It has to be voted on by, as we said, at least 2/3 of the outstanding capital stock or at least 2/3 of the members. We said earlier that it is your stockholder, or rather, it would be your stockholders or your members who will have to vote on the removal of a director or a trustee. Is there anybody else? Is there any body who can remove directors or trustees apart from your stockholders or members? The answer is yes. Your Securities and Exchange Commission can also remove directors or trustees. In fact, that is provided for in the last paragraph of Section 27. Let us read the last paragraph of Section 27. It says, "The Commission shall, motu proprio or upon verified complaint and after due notice and hearing, order the removal of a director or trustee elected despite the disqualification or whose disqualification arose or is discovered subsequent to an election. The removal of a disqualified director shall be without prejudice to other sanctions that the Commission may impose on the Board of Directors or Trustees who, with knowledge of the disqualification, failed to remove such director or trustee." So, that last paragraph of your Section 27 tells you that apart from the stockholders or members, you also have your Securities and Exchange Commission who has the power to remove directors or trustees. Either motu proprio, meaning by their own initiative, or upon a verified complaint that is filed before the Commission. The requirement, though, is before the Commission removes such director or trustee, there must be due notice and hearing. So that's it for this video. I hope you now have learned how to remove a director or a trustee if you are, in fact, a part of the board of directors in a corporation. Again, your stockholders or your members are the only ones who can remove them by a vote. And what is the required vote? At least 2/3 of the outstanding capital stock if a stock corporation, or at least 2/3 of the members. And of course, you also have your Securities and Exchange Commission who has the power to remove, of course, following the process and the requisites that we just discussed earlier. So that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next. So if you find this video helpful, please click like, subscribe, and that notification bell so that you will be notified of new video uploads. Thank you for watching. See you next time in MBL Classroom.